Dave. We're the NC Beer Guys, and we're here today with another episode of the NC Beer Buzz. And we're lucky today to be in Sylva, North Carolina, with the authentic German operation, Mr. Dieter Kuhn of the Heinzelmännchen
Brewery, right.
Brewer. And he was kind enough to let us come in today and set up and to talk to us about what they're doing here and what's going on. And let's start by first, how did you come to be in Sylva, and you came to Sylva from where?
All right, long story short, I discovered Sylva back in the 70s when I was stationed at Camp Leshurun as a Marine and lived in Chicago, went back and forth, and Sylva happened to be in the halfway point. And that's why I stopped here at Camp at night and kind of took a liking to the area. It was a great place to come through, and the people were great, the people were friendly, the town was small, and living in Chicago, I needed a smaller town because I was born in a small town in Germany, and I moved to Chicago and liked it, but it was big, you know, and it was 24/7 all day long, and I love to go back there. I love to visit. I have friends back there, but I rather choose to live in Sylva, North Carolina, because that's where home is.
Great. And you opened the brewery here in 2004, is that right?
I did. 2004, actually 2003 is when I put a lease on here, and it took a year to get it all figured out and put together and approved and certified and blessed and part of the community. And 2004, April 24th, we opened the doors and sold our first pint, and it was during the Painting Up the Mountain Festival in Sylva, which is the premier festival in Sylva. The streets are closed and everybody's having fun, and it worked really well. And every year on Painting Up the Mountain Festival, we celebrate an anniversary, and it's a big thing.
So, I guess growing up in a beer environment, what inspired you to start a brewery as opposed to anything else you could have done?
Well, I was in healthcare for all my life. I was a registered nurse, and it was a good profession. I enjoyed it. The opportunity came around when I moved down here. I started brewing my own beer because I didn't want to drink the commercial stuff that was available, and not that it just wasn't for me. And so I remembered styles of beer that were common in Germany that I grew up with, that I came to like in Germany when I was 12 years old. And that's what's on the table, that's what we drink. No taboo about anything, and it's just the way it was. And moving to Chicago, I had access to a lot of Milwaukee, Wisconsin style beers, which are basically German beers, German heritage, and had a fond taste for them, and they were available all the time. Moved down here in '91 and nothing, so I had to be resourceful and brew my own beer down here. And back then it was a little hard because there was really no beer supply stores at that time, and had to do with what I could scavenge around, and it wasn't pretty because I had to throw my first batch away. It was pretty close to skunk piss. But anyway, I kept notes and paid attention and improved. The next batch was drinkable. Batch after that was more drinkable. Batch after that was really drinkable. And then, watch out. So,
let's talk about the batches today.
Yeah.
And you have flagships and stick to a certain style, or how does it go? What's usually available here?
When you walk in the brewery, I'm most likely to be here. There's really not much time I spend out of here, but I do deliver accounts and stuff. So most of the time you see me, most of the time I'll shake your hand, look you in the eye, and say, welcome. That's just the guy I am, and that's just who I'm going to be. And I'll have you appreciate all of our flavors and small free tasters. We sell dollar samples, we sell pints, we sell growlers, we sell kegs. And it's just a walk-in brewery where you taste the beer, you like it, great, then you buy what you like and go on your way. And but we do have a little sitting area, as you can see here, and people sit down, enjoy a pint. We have pint night on Tuesday night. People come play trivia and stuff, so it's a fun time. And this is just temporary. We're looking at expanding and moving on to a bigger space, having a bigger tap room, and blah, blah, blah. And that's in the process right now, and hopefully at the end of the year we'll be someplace. And we'll do that.
So, in terms of your expansion, is that expanding for larger facilities, but also larger distribution?
Of course. Right now I'm topped out with what I can do manually with the equipment I have and with the space that I have. I can't do any more than I'm doing, and it's a little frustrating because the demand is there, and we have people coming all the time, as you can see, and good local following, which is important, and a good steady customer tourist kind of thing, and I can sell more beer, I just can't make it anymore, and so we're looking at a bigger system, way bigger. We're looking at distribution by somebody not only here but in the states beyond, and we got to really look at what we can do, and not what we would like to do, but what we can do to accomplish what is in our best interest as far as paying off the bills. I need bills like every other brewery, I'm broke, and it's all that. But we're fortunate to be here right now, looking and doing what we're doing, and we feel like we have a foot up on getting to that next level that really supports a vision for what we have for the brewery.
And walking in the door, should I expect a certain style of beer, a certain kind of beer, and what kinds of things are available?
All right. Our traditional flavors are general early German ale flavors that are popular before lager yeast was ever figured out and used and fermented with. And so these were the beers that made Germany the beer nation that it is today and was in the past. And these are all traditional recipes. I mean, there's a Pilsner recipe, and the Pilsner recipe is a Pilsner recipe. It's not full around with. We got Pilsner malt, we got a little bit of wheat, we got sauce hops, noble hops of some sort, and it's fermented as a lager, and that's a Pilsner. Back in the day, before lager yeast, it was fermented with ale yeast, yeast that dropped out of the sky, which is ale yeast, and fermented beer. They had a good batch. They recovered the yeast and reused it, and and that's how they got to the point of being the beer nation there is. And so we have Pilsner style. We have variations thereof, such as a hoppy Pilsner or a honey Pilsner, which is a wedding beer style back in the day. Then we also do an oak beer style, which is similar to what's available around Dortmund in Germany and Düsseldorf and those kind of regions, and around Cologne especially. We also, I don't do a Kolsch yet. I'm waiting for the new system to get in place before I tackle that project. But we also have an alt beer and a Schwarzbier. Schwarzbier being a black ale, which is now, of course, a lager, but back in the day it used to be an ale, and that's what we have. And those are our traditional brands that we had from the way back when we started. We started with these brands to put in place what Heinzelmännchen Brewery will do for you. And because that's what I'm used to, that's what I like, that's what I like to eat with, drink with dinner, and cook with, and just enjoy watching the football game, or a soccer game, whatever. That's the beer I gravitate to. Having an education at Sylva and just home brewing for a number of years before I even thought about this. I can do pretty much all styles, and we do some specialty ales that we've been doing on a rotating basis, but now it's just starting to ramp those recipes up to bigger volume. So we'll have them on for a month or so, including like a strong amber ale, which is our big amber gnome, which won a gold medal a couple of years ago, and chocolate covered gnome, which I'm brewing today, which is a purple porter. We do imperial gnome ale, which is like an IPA, except it is something weird. We use German malts and German hops in it to stay within the framework of what we're doing here, but it's an IPA recipe. Okay, so you don't but it's really good. People buy it and look for it. And then we do knockoffs like we got a hold of the original recipe of ales to our Bell's Two-Hearted Ale, and so we put that on a bigger basis, and that's really popular. And then we do some other specialty stuff like a Brewmeister, which is a dark wheat beer. We do our celebration ale, which is Hopping Downtown, which is a double IPA made with local ingredients. So it's really unique. We use local honey, local grits and beer, and we use local grain from Riverbend malt. And we're going to try to localize the hops this year.
It'll be all North Carolina grain bill at all?
Yeah, everything North Carolina. And I'm trying to find kind of a regional kind of a yeast that's here. I'm not sure we can do it this year, but next year I'll focus on that. We do those on sporadic intervals. Typically, the celebration there is on all the holidays, including my birthday, which is a national holiday, by the way. So it's done then, right? So, and I still do that in a small kind of batch, which is keg size, So, and we try to experiment now and then when I get a chance to do something. We have a wheat ale on tap today that's I made with Vienna malt and white wheat. It's really interesting, and we use our stock yeast to ferment it, so it's not a typical wheat beer flavor, but it's got enough spice to be a wheat beer, from the wheat, and it's got a real smoothness to it from the Vienna malt, and a nice malt background to it. So interesting, but there's no category for it. But this is what we do, and this is, because people request, hey, when are you going to make a wheat beer? I'll figure it out.
And you're the community beer man, so
that's right. Exactly. Yeah. And that's how we establish ourselves, and that's how we grow, and that's what's going to take us to the next level as well.
Now, we saw coming that you are listed as one of the top 10 brew tours in TripAdvisor.
Hell yeah! That's all that.
We had to admit we were a little. That was one part of our research. We were a little surprised.
Right after Sierra Nevada.
We were a little surprised.
Yeah, that's great. And happened to be at Sierra Nevada last year and saw their brew tour. Not much. I went west. Said, I can do this.
So speaking of tours, if people do come in,
anytime, I'll stop what I'll do, to a certain extent, of course. I'll stop, I'll talk with them about history, I'll talk with them about beer, I'll talk with them about what they like, I show them what I got, I show them what I'm doing, whatever it takes. It's just, 10-15 minutes out of my day, why not?
And that's why we're not kidding. It was on TripAdvisor in 2012, one of the top 10 brewery tours in the nation, right here in Sylva.
That's right.
With Mr. Kuhn.
That's right. Number 6.
Number 6. I remember. I knew top 10. Number 6.
Yeah, right.
We
might have to see her Nevada. That's right.
We appreciate so much you sitting down with us today and taking time away from your operation.
Yeah.
It's great to be here.
get some beer.
We just heard several mention that we're eager to try.
Okay.
So until next time, we are the NC Beer guys, Glenn and Dave, with Dieter Kuhn and Sylva at the Heinzelmännchen Brewery.
Heinzelmännchen Brewery, Sylva, North Carolina.
There we go. So I would probably never get that right. My roots are showing out there.
Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate you.
And remember, until next time, drink local and keep your beer dollars in North Carolina.